Clothing is a powerful form of self-expression. It is a language without words, a way to communicate who we are and what we stand for. It reflects our identities, values, and aspirations. Through our clothing choices, we tell the world about our culture, our beliefs, and our dreams. Women's workwear, in particular, tells a compelling story about their evolving roles in society. It is a narrative of progress, resilience, and transformation. From the restrictive garments of the past to the diverse and functional attire of today, women's workwear has mirrored their journey towards equality and empowerment. The corsets and long skirts of the early 20th century gave way to more practical and comfortable clothing as women entered the workforce in greater numbers. Examining the evolution of women's workwear offers valuable insights into the social, economic, and political forces that have shaped women's lives. Each piece of clothing tells a story of the challenges women faced and the victories they achieved. Each era brought new challenges and opportunities, and women's clothing adapted accordingly. During World War II, women took on roles traditionally held by men, and their workwear became more utilitarian. In the 1960s and 70s, the women's liberation movement influenced fashion, leading to more freedom in work attire. Through this exploration, we will uncover how women have navigated changing expectations and redefined what it means to be a working woman. From breaking barriers in male-dominated industries to establishing their own businesses, women have continuously pushed the boundaries of what is possible. From the factories of the Industrial Revolution to the boardrooms of today, women's workwear reflects their resilience, ambition, and unwavering pursuit of progress. It is a testament to their strength and determination to succeed, no matter the obstacles they face. As we look to the future, women's workwear will continue to evolve, reflecting the ongoing journey towards true equality and empowerment. At the dawn of the 20th century, women's roles were largely confined to the domestic sphere. They were expected to manage the household, care for children, and support their husbands. This was a time when societal norms dictated that a woman's place was in the home, and her primary duties revolved around domesticity. Clothing reflected this reality, with long skirts, corsets, and elaborate hats being the norm. These garments were designed to emphasize femininity and modesty, often at the expense of comfort and practicality. These garments, while fashionable, were impractical for work outside the home. The restrictive nature of corsets and the cumbersome length of skirts made it difficult for women to engage in any form of physical labor or activity beyond household chores. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 brought about significant changes. As men were called to the front lines, the absence of the male workforce created a void that needed to be filled. With men away at war, women stepped into traditionally male roles in factories, fields, and offices. They took on jobs that were previously considered unsuitable for women, proving their capability and resilience. This shift necessitated more practical attire. The demands of factory work, agricultural labor, and office tasks required clothing that allowed for greater freedom of movement and safety. Women donned simpler dresses, often paired with aprons for protection. These outfits were more functional and suited to the new roles women were undertaking. The need for mobility led to shorter hemlines, and trousers began to gain acceptance, albeit slowly. This was a significant departure from traditional women's fashion and marked the beginning of a new era in women's clothing. The war effort not only changed women's roles in society, but also had a lasting impact on fashion and gender norms. Women proved that they could handle the same responsibilities as men, paving the way for future generations to challenge and redefine gender roles. The Roaring Twenties ushered in an era of unprecedented social change. It was a time of economic prosperity, cultural flourishing, and significant shifts in societal norms. Women gained the right to vote in many Western countries, and with it, a newfound sense of independence. This political empowerment was a monumental step forward, symbolizing the breaking of long-standing barriers. This newfound freedom was reflected in their clothing. Fashion became a powerful form of self-expression, with women embracing bold and daring styles that defied traditional norms. Hemlines rose dramatically, and loose-fitting garments like flapper dresses became popular. These dresses, often adorned with intricate beadwork and fringe, allowed for greater ease of movement and a sense of liberation. These styles emphasized comfort and movement, symbolizing women's liberation from the restrictive clothing of the past. Social events became vibrant displays of this newfound freedom, with women dancing and socializing in their stylish attire. However, the Great Depression of the 1930s brought about a return to more practical attire. Economic hardships necessitated a shift towards functionality and simplicity in fashion. Women's workwear became more streamlined and functional, with simple dresses and skirts being commonplace. The focus was on durability and practicality, reflecting the challenging times. Despite these changes, the spirit of independence and resilience continued to shine through in women's fashion choices. World War II once again saw women entering the workforce in unprecedented numbers. With men fighting overseas, women took on essential roles in factories, shipyards, and other industries crucial to the war effort. This period saw the rise of the iconic Rosie the Riveter image, which celebrated women's strength and contributions to the war effort. Women donned overalls, jumpsuits, and other utilitarian garments that allowed them to perform physically demanding tasks. Section 5. The post-war era. A return to domesticity. Following the war, there was societal pressure for women to return to their traditional domestic roles. This was reflected in the fashion trends of the 1950s, which emphasized femininity and domesticity. Full skirts, cinched waists, and elegant dresses became popular. While some women continued to work outside the home, many were encouraged to embrace their roles as wives and mothers. Section 6. The 1960s and 70s. A revolution in workwear. The 1960s and 70s witnessed a resurgence of the women's rights movement. Women challenged traditional gender roles and demanded equal opportunities in education, employment, and society at large. This cultural shift had a profound impact on women's workwear. The miniskirt, introduced by British designer Mary Quant, became a symbol of female empowerment. Pantsuits, popularized by designers like Yves Saint Laurent, offered a powerful and androgynous alternative to dresses. Section 7. The power suit era. Women in the corporate world. The 1980s saw a significant increase in the number of women entering the corporate world. As women climbed the career ladder, they sought attire that projected professionalism and authority. This led to the rise of the power suit. With its sharp tailoring, shoulder pads, and tailored silhouette, the power suit became synonymous with female ambition and success. Designers like Giorgio Armani and Donna Karan became known for their sophisticated and empowering designs. Section 8. The 1990s and 2000s, towards casualization. The 1990s and 2000s saw a growing trend towards casualization in the workplace. The rise of the tech industry, with its relaxed dress codes, contributed to this shift. Women embraced more comfortable and versatile clothing options, such as pants, skirts, blouses, and sweaters. The line between workwear and casual wear became increasingly blurred. Section 9. Contemporary trends, diversity and functionality. Today, women's workwear is more diverse and inclusive than ever before. Women are no longer confined to a narrow range of acceptable attire. Instead, they have the freedom to express their individual styles while maintaining professionalism. Comfort, functionality, and sustainability are key considerations in contemporary workwear. From tailored separates to jumpsuits and dresses, women have a wide range of options to choose from. Section 10. The future of women's workwear. Comfort, sustainability, and inclusivity. Looking ahead, comfort, sustainability, and inclusivity are likely to be major driving forces in the evolution of women's workwear. Women are increasingly seeking clothing that is both stylish and comfortable, reflecting a desire for a better work-life balance. Sustainability is also becoming a top priority, with consumers demanding ethically sourced and environmentally friendly clothing options. Inclusivity is another important consideration, as brands are catering to a wider range of body types, skin tones, and personal styles. Section 11. Conclusion. Reflecting on a century of change. The evolution of women's workwear over the past century has been nothing short of remarkable. From the restrictive garments of the early 20th century to the diverse and empowering options available today, women's clothing has mirrored their changing roles in society. As women continue to break down barriers and shatter glass ceilings, their workwear will undoubtedly continue to evolve, reflecting their progress and aspirations. One thing is certain, women's workwear will continue to be a powerful tool for self-expression, empowerment, and social change.